What's up, YouTube? Just got home from work a couple hours ago, so it's time to make a Jeep video. Alright, I don't think I've actually let you all listen to this thing yet, but it is a 4.2 liter inline 6. It's got headers on it, it's got a 2-barrel, and it's got a horrible header leak. I'll let you all listen here just a second. Yeah, it's way more loud and annoying than I want it to be. Ever since I rebuilt the carburetor, it's been super loud. Basically, when I drive in, I let off, and it just pop, 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 pop. I mean, it sounds like gunshots. Feel bad driving by the high school. I'm sure the kids are in there freaking out. But anyway, we're going to get started on this. Appears to be that the bolts are 9/16, so I'm going to go through and start loosening all those. I did put a little bit of WD-40 on there just to get them broken loose. They are kind of warm, so hopefully they crack loose pretty easy. I don't want to break anything off. Alright, hopefully got a good view. And I apologize, the jets are all taken off today, so that one wasn't very tight. Alright, now it's stuck. Okay. You know, doesn't feel like any of these are very tight. Tell you what, I'm gonna go through and loosen them all, and I'll get back to you in a sec. And the one all the way in the back. Well, that's a plus. Definitely none of them broke, because none of them were super tight. So I guess whoever put the headers on never went back and rechecked them. I don't have all the gaskets and everything yet. I ordered them on Saturday. They were supposed to be in yesterday. I never got the call. Hopefully they're in today. I got intake manifold, exhaust, and valve cover gasket. I would like to sandblast the valve cover and paint it before I put it back on, but I don't have a sandblaster. So, I guess that's just going to wait. Alright, I'll get the rest of these taken out. And that one. That one, that one, the two in the middle, that one's already out, so is that one back there, and so on. Okay, well, I got all the bolts out across the top, except for this guy right here. He's getting stopped by the power steering bracket. I took those two bolts out, but that still mounts down there to the block. So I think before I put this on, I'm going to cut this stupid tab off, because that's in the way of that guy. And I see there's still bolts down inside holding this flange on, which looks like that's in the way of the intake manifold. So I got some more bolts to go from underneath, it looks like. Oh, alright. Gotta go get me a cookie and a beer. Chocolate chip, my favorite. Thanks, Grandma. Yeah, I know it's 9:15 a.m., but like I said, I just got off work, so I'm going to be going to bed in a couple hours. Forgive me. It's loose, as you can see. I got to disconnect. Got a bunch of little vacuum lines and things of that nature I got to pull off. Ooh, that just broke. Oh well. That is vacuum advance. Ugh, stupid planes are flying over today, man. There he goes. Commercial airlines. This is better than the fighters taking off. That gets kind of loud. Alright, I need a screwdriver for the fuel line. And see, that one is already disconnected. Yeah, that one's crusty. Gotta get that one replaced. Alright, let me grab a screwdriver. I'm just gonna pull the carburetor off just because it makes things a little bit easier. Yeah, I just had it off the other day, and I planned on actually doing this the same day I had the carburetor off and rebuilt it, but they didn't have my gasket kit, and then I really wanted to drive it, so I put it back on. It only takes a couple minutes anyway. That one needs a socket. There we go. Well, power steering pump out of the way. Bracket pulled back, basically just loose from the block. And I finally got the intake manifold out, and there's a jet flying by. Well, there's a big old booger weld. Is that it? Alright, well, there's a nasty booger weld right here on the pipe. Hopefully it's not leaking on the back side of there. I don't know who welded that, but they didn't do a very good job. Yeah, there's not much left of the gasket. So these are headers, so it's actually two separate pieces of pipe, and all comes down into a dual exhaust. So let me get the old gasket scraped off there, and I guess find out if my new gaskets have come in. But laying my gasket out, I think I figured out where my leak was, because that's awfully charred right there. So, yeah, that's good. That confirms that. Makes me believe that at least my header pipe's intact and, well, doesn't have any major leaks on it. So, let me see if I can call the parts place, see if my gaskets came in. While I wait for my parts to arrive at the parts store, my gaskets and things, I gotta take a little break, getting hungry. Real simple little treat. Basically just little deli wraps. This is a spinach wrap, a little spicy brown mustard, a little mayo drizzled in the bottom, a couple pieces smoked ham, a couple pieces of smoked turkey, baby Swiss, Colby Jack, and then slice up half an avocado, throw on top. There you go, roll it up and eat it. It's good stuff. Alright, went over to AutoZone, picked up my gaskets, they finally came in. The part number looks like MS9982, and it is the intake and exhaust gaskets. There's the exhaust gasket, and then you lay the intake gasket over top of it when you put it in. Make sure that you have the both of them, because apparently they're two different thicknesses, and you could, your gaskets will blow out if you don't have them all assembled properly. So that's it right there. I'm not going to put any sealer on it. I'm going to throw it in just like this. Can't help the music. My neighbor's getting the new garage door put in, and they're over there jamming out some Weezer. Anyway, got all the bolts in, tightened. Don't have them exactly torqued yet. I don't have the torquing sequence, and I need another washer for that bolt, because that one's a little long. I ended up replacing that one. That one had studs like that, but the one I messed up. Ow, that's hot. So, oh, nice. Alright, well, I pinched that line in there, so I have to pull that out. Great. I'll loosen the bolts up. Anyway, basically I'm just down to tighten up the power steering pump, and then I will hook up the linkage, throw the carb on, hook up the linkage, and then get the torque specs, come through and torque everything. Alright, well, she's all back together. I think I got everything hooked up. So I think it's about that time to give her a listen. See how she sounds. Nice. Jeez, could you hear it running over my power steering pump, whining? Yeah, I got a pretty significant power steering leak. That may or may not be a future video. It's actually leaking down there from the gearbox, so probably won't be changing that out anytime soon. But anyway, it's all back together, ready to go. And man, this thing looks so bad. I need to clean that up, sandblast it, but as you can see, man, it's rusted through. Like, all these bubbles are going all the way through pretty much, so if I do anything, I have to just take it apart, sandblast it, and then probably weld the holes back together. Or I could just throw a little aftermarket air cleaner on there. I don't know, we'll see. But she's back together finally, so now I can take her for a drive with my new horn.